Pink diamonds. Pink diamonds are an anomaly that happens with crystal formation when a diamond is basically being formed in the earth. It happens in less than 0.01% of all diamonds. One of the confusing things are pink diamonds aren't natural or indigenous to Australia. There's regions in Russia, Canada, Brazil, and different parts of Africa where you get pink diamonds. The difference with Australian pink diamonds is the intensity of the color. Pink diamonds get a little bit confusing. They follow very similar lines to natural white diamonds, but then the colors, because there's such variations, they actually get broken down into 3 different distinct types of pink. So the first one is pink, so just what it's designated as just a P. Then there's PP, which is purplish pink, and then there's what is now called RP, so it's a rosé pink. So it's got kind of pinky brown kind of tones to it. Purplish pink is actually the most sought after because you get that really kind of candy pink. Different to white diamonds, where you have a color going from D through to Z and D to G being colorless, pinks go 1 through to 8, 1 being the most intense, 7 and 8 being like very, very light. So it's very hard to actually identify a pink diamond basically looking at it. You need a color reference chart to be able to kind of put it next to kind of see. The other kind of complexity with pink diamonds is the way that they're cut actually influences the color intensity and therefore the color. So when you've got kind of a raw crystal and a cutter is looking at how to cut it, they're trying to not just maximize carat weight, which is what you're trying to do with a white diamond, but you're trying to get the most intense pink you possibly can. Pink diamonds also have, so they follow the same rules with clarity. So you have VVS, you have flawless, you have SI, you have P1. You tend to find a lot more heavily included stones, so P1, P2. But where you've got like a more kind of intense pink color, you don't actually notice them as much, even though there's a contrast with, say, a black inclusion and a pink color. They're rare and they're valuable. Well, they're valuable because they are so rare, and especially those higher kind of 1s and 2s are a lot harder to kind of come across. So you're looking at it a very different way. With a white diamond, you tend to be looking at what's the biggest carat that you can get, whereas with pink, you're looking at what the most intense color you can get. You can get very, very cheap pinks where they're kind of the 7 and 8 on the kind of rosé pink. They're often set in rose gold to kind of enhance the color behind it and make them kind of come alive. It's almost like they've passed by something pink. In a lot of cases, diamond miners and diamond cutters would prefer to cut pink out because the stone would be more valuable at a lower white color than a lower pink color, if that kind of makes sense. So there are bargains that you can get with a 7 and an 8 color that if you design a ring or a pendant the right way, you can actually enhance that color a bit more. Do they go up in value over time? Well, yes, because of their rarity, but at the same time, I feel that the heyday of pinks being looked at as an investment piece has has come and gone. I think in the next 15, 20 years, it might kind of come back again. But you really need to look at them as you're buying it because you love the shape, you love the color, it fits within your budget, and you're designing something that you're going to enjoy wearing rather than you're buying it and sticking it in a safe.